Hi, we're back with another special Mother's Day edition of Cooking with Chef Shon. Today we're going to learn how to make my famous seafood soup because a lot of people have been asking for that. But first we got to do a quick plug and thank all the mothers out there, and especially my mom and Bess. Without them we wouldn't be here today making this amazing soup. So let's get to it. Alright, now first let's talk about the broth. This is very simple. I use 2 ingredients. Diced tomatoes and chicken stock. Now the chicken stock can be substituted with vegetable or bone broth if you prefer. Either one are fine by me, but I always prefer chicken stock. So let's go ahead and add these to the pot real quick. Alright, well that's filling in. Next we're going to talk about the meats. Are you excited yet? I am. Now that we've made the broth, let's talk about the base of the soup. I've done a number of experiments with this over the years, and I'd like to say that there's a lot of good combinations, but my favorite are sausage, bay scallops, and sea scallops. The sea scallops, as you can see, are quite a bit bigger, and we'll eat those as part of the meat with the sausage. The bay scallops are really going to break up into the broth and really break down, and you're going to eat those with the vegetables at the end. Now you can substitute the scallops for mussels, shrimp, langostinos, pretty much anything that you can find in the seafood section. And as far as the sausage, I typically use chorizo, but today I'm using a lamb with pine nut sausage that I found at the market because it looked extra tasty. All right, let's go ahead and add these. I'm gonna add the scallops here. I'm going to cut the meat up, the sausage, into little chunks so that it'll break down when we cook it. All right, next let's talk about the vegetables we're going to add because that's really important also. Now I'm really excited to talk about the vegetables because this is an opportunity to make the soup your own and also to clean out what's in the fridge. I've used everything in this soup from corn to beans, Brussels sprouts, squash, pretty much any vegetable you name, you can put it in here. Now today I'm going to keep it super simple because quite frankly I'm running low and need to go to the grocery store. But today I have some chopped carrots and chopped onions. I'm going to go ahead and add these in. But like I mentioned before, feel free to add in any vegetables that you have in your fridge. This is a great opportunity to clean it out and really spice up the soup a little bit. Now speaking of spice, there are 3 ingredients which I highly recommend to flavor up your soup a little bit. I always use fresh basil, garlic, and a full lime that I juice in there. This is very important, and also optionally, I always like to add 1 tablespoon of red chili pepper, which you can get at your local Asian market. So let's go ahead and add that. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and juice the limes in here real quick. That won't take but a second. I'm gonna go ahead and add all the cloves of garlic in there. You're free to press this if you want or chop it up. I am gonna chop up the basil just a little bit so it breaks down. Basil is really what made me fall in love with this soup. I think once I realized that you can add that with the lime juice to the chicken stock, I really knew I was onto something. All right. Last but not least, I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon of chili pepper sauce. This is my favorite because it really adds the spice that you're not gonna get from anything else in the recipe unless you use a really spicy sausage, which is also something I recommend. All right, let's go ahead and kick it off. What do you say? All right, so we've added all the ingredients. Now we're just gonna add the lid real quick and go ahead and turn this bad boy on. I'm gonna start this at a medium heat. You don't want to blast it because all the vegetables at the bottom will get stuck to the pot. So you really want to bring this up slowly. Let everything get to know each other, mingle a little bit, and then we'll turn up the heat a little bit later when we're really ready to cook the sausage. All right, so let's give this a few minutes and we'll check back, all right? In case you're interested, this should be enough to make about 4 full meals. It's been about 15 minutes, so let's go ahead and give this a quick look-see. As you can see, starting to simmer. The vegetables are starting to cook a little bit. Everything's starting to get to know each other. Let's go ahead and crank up the party a little bit. We're going to turn this between a high and a medium. Cook it for about 10 to 15 more minutes to make sure we get the scallops and the sausage completely done. And then we'll be ready. All right, she's really been roaring for about 15 minutes now, so I think she's ready. Let's give it a look and see what you think. Oh yeah, you can see by the way the sausage has shrunk. The sausage skin has shrunk. Also, by the way, the bay scallops are really breaking down. Sea scallops are also, she's ready. Now all we have to do is serve this bad boy up. Who's hungry? Now, as you can see, we have a meal that's both gorgeous, delicious, and nutritious. The trifecta. All right, that's all we have for this edition of Cooking with Chef Shon. But I have lots more recipes, so I'll be seeing you real soon. And don't forget, happy Mother's Day to all you sexy mamas.